Hello, good people. I'm curious as to the answers of the questions posed by great minds past and present. What's below the oceans? Can we live on Mars? Is the Earth flat or is it round? And as for me, whether the Earth is flat or round isn't as attractive as the conspiracy theories around the subject. Let's get into it in a moment. Flat Earth or round Earth? Does it matter? From the beginning of time, mankind has looked up in awe and wonder. And now we even wander through space via space probes, taking video footage and snapshots of not only Earth, but the entire galaxy and surrounding galaxies. Can you imagine how far we've come? Our knowledge of our world seems to grow exponentially every decade. But wait, hold on a minute. There are those who would attempt to debunk what we believe is scientific knowledge. They are the flat earthers. That's right. They actually have a name. And on the other side, you have the globers. I believe that's what they're called. And some of them try to debunk the attempts of the flat earthers to debunk science. Now, whether the earth is flat or round doesn't matter to me, at least not past the point of curiosity, because I'm just happy to wake up and be on it every day. And I think I should say that again. Whether the earth is flat, round, or triangular shaped, I'm just so glad to be able to live on this thing, to enjoy the fruits from its trees, the rain from its clouds, the glow of its sun, and the beauty of its sky meeting the water. Now, I'll make no attempt to delve too deep into the philosophy of flat earth, nor to choose the opposite side against it. Although I do believe the earth is round, it's my opinion based on generally accepted evidence presented in school that had never been challenged. And therein lies the main problem I have with the flat earth theorists. That we've all been miseducated on purpose to make us believe the earth is round when scientists know that it's flat. What? Come on, man. In anything controversial as this, why does there always seem to be some sort of conspiracy? I think it's because it's the only way to smooth the rough edges of a claim. Several well-accepted scientific claims have been proven wrong over the years by other scientists. Not by claiming some mass conspiracy of some sort, but by proving their own claim. For example, the stress theory of ulcers. It's one of the more recent scientific theories to be proven wrong. In fact, you still may not have heard the updated info. As peptic ulcers became more common in the 20th century, doctors increasingly linked them to stress. They advised their patients to take antacids and modify their lifestyles. But in 1980, two Australian researchers discovered that a specific bacterium caused peptic ulcer diseases. That led to them receiving the Nobel Prize in 2005. See, as recent as 2005. Now let's digress into the Nobel Prize for a moment. It's relevant to my point. The Nobel Prize is amongst the most illustrious awards in academia, and it consists of a gold medal, a diploma, and a monetary award of over $1.1 million. I repeat, a monetary award of over $1.1 million. Why is this important? Well, imagine if you were a scientist and you had a theory that the earth was flat and you could prove it. That would be such a phenomenal achievement. It wouldn't be like some obscure astrological find that only astronomers could appreciate. Everyone you ever knew since elementary school would know about you, and they'd be telling people that they knew you. You'd ride that wave of fame for quite a while, selling millions of books, getting high-paying lecture gigs around the world, etc. Late night, talk shows, whatever. So if you had this life-changing proof, why in the world would you want to keep it a secret from the general public? You and your whole scientific community holding on to such a huge secret, not to mention NASA. But they love to mention NASA. It's all about NASA and its lies. NASA has over 18,000 employees and also contracts to over 60 companies. The flat earthers think that the round earth people, or the general population, are dumb for continuing to believe the earth is round. But yet, they expect you to believe that all of these NASA employees, along with thousands of other scientists, are keeping this massive secret from the world. In their eyes, NASA seems to be the be-all, end-all in space information. Some, of course, they think that the main conspirators is NASA and that we need not listen to them. Supposedly, NASA is the original flat earther, knowing that the earth is flat, but keeping us in the dark about it. Newsflash. There are a total of 82 space agencies in the world, of which 6 have launch capabilities. They are China National Space Administration, CNSA, European Space Agency, ESA, Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which is NASA, and the Russian Federal Space Agency, RFSA, or Roscosmos. Now, some say that NASA is lying to the public so that it could receive millions of dollars a day in funding. Where is this funding coming from? The government? They also like to include that the government is behind this whole conspiracy as well. So if they're in cahoots together, why do they need to make this huge lie in order to get the money from their co-conspirators? Because if the government is in on the lie with them, they don't need to try to fool the government, right? Okay. But once again, that type of cover-up would require so many people, and they'd have to coordinate this with all of the other foreign space agencies in the world. And of course, China and Russia are always in competition with us. But for this big lie, everyone cooperates. And what is the benefit to them, really? I mean, come on. These governments, they're stealing computer chip technology from each other. These governments that steal cell phone information from each other. These governments that are in a space race against each other. But it should make sense to us that they are co-conspirators in this, not telling us that the earth is flat with an ice ring encircling it. In this day and age with social media, do you really think a collective of even 100 people could keep such a secret? I think somehow it'd wind up on Facebook or Instagram. So I'm not faulting anyone for believing the earth is flat. Okay? I'm faulting the logic of a massive cover-up of the truth. Because all scientists have at least 2 things in common. 1, they are all truth seekers. 2, each one of them wants to be the great discoverer of that truth. I won't call anyone ridiculous, bamboozled, or stupid in either camp, flat earth or round earth. For me, discovering that the earth is flat would be like someone finding out they're nearsighted as opposed to farsighted. Good information to know, but it doesn't change how you see, does it? If for some reason I was suddenly convinced, although I'm not asking to be convinced, but if I were suddenly convinced that the earth was in fact flat, I would simply believe that the scientists were originally mistaken. Not that they all got together in secret meetings and had some huge cover up. Just like many scientists throughout history, when their theories were found to be untrue, that's the way it was taken. Someone else showed a better way, put on a better light, brought out the truth, and then we found out that, oh, this is what we thought, but in fact, it is this. With more modern technology, our knowledge grows, and so sometimes the things that we think are true, we find out that they're not. Not that they were behind some big cover up. It's just simply they were telling their truth at the time. That's what they believed. But if the main strength of a theory is not the theory itself, but that everybody's lying, then how wobbly is that theory? I contend that it's so wobbly it cannot stand on its own merit. As long as I don't have to worry about falling off, I'm happy to be on this earth, no matter what shape it happens to be. My name is Lee. I'm not an astronomer. I'm not a geologist or a scientist. I don't claim expertise in anything. I'm just a dude. And these were simply my opinions. And remember, only some of us have peeves, but we all have opinions.